Morning Panthers, it's Tuesday. I already tried to make this video once and I got like a minute or two in and one of the cats started getting sick, so I had to stop and I have to start over again. So I will try to remember what I said. I don't know what I said. I hadn't gotten very far anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We had to spray Lysol. I did not spray Lysol, but somebody else in the household sprayed Lysol earlier today, and I mean, I'm not mad about it. I understand why they did it. It's fine, but it's full of corn, like most cleaning products, and so I react to it, and so like I don't know if you can hear, my voice is kind of funny. I'm having a really hard time, like I'm not super brain foggy, but like I'm having a really hard time getting like sentences from my brain to my mouth and like getting them out in a way that where all the words are in the right order and make sense. So sorry about that. Time to make a video. Yeah, so yeah, that's how this is going to be. I guess we can take the sunglasses off. I don't really need them right at this exact moment. So let me see. I'm trying to remember what I said before when I started to make this video, but I have forgotten already because that was minutes ago. So I did make notes this time though, like, because I'm like super smart. I'm very proud of everybody. You guys have done so good this week. You did so much stuff. Phoebe with your like DMV trip and stuff, and Nella with your degree. That's like really exciting. I'm so proud of everyone. Phoebe, you did so much stuff. Like I haven't been to the DMV in a long time, and like I know I'm gonna have to go to like renew my ID and stuff, and I don't want to. So yeah, that's very good. I mean, even when it's not during a pandemic, it's like not fun to go to the DMV. So I mean, I have a lot of admiration for you. You were talking about like breathing in masks, and like, yeah, I mean, I've been wearing an N95 to the grocery store for like 2 years before the pandemic started. So I mean, I don't really understand why people have such a hard time with breathing thing. They're not difficult to breathe in. Like I realize for some people it's like an anxiety thing or like a sensory issue where, you know, just having the thing over their face is difficult. You know, in a like a purely sensory kind of way. But like, I mean, I am someone who sleeps with a blanket over my head, so like I was never going to have trouble with just wearing a mask. Yeah, I'm with you though. Like I find them very like kind of comforting. Actually, they're, you know, having something over your face. I don't know. I think they're kind of nice to wear. The only thing is when you take them off, like not with like a regular mask, but like with an N95, you end up with like pressure marks on your face from the thingy, the metal piece. You know, which is not great, but whatever. So, oh, you're. It was funny to see my face so giant on your wall. It must be very weird to watch like YouTube videos at such a high resolution. I like completely lost the word there for a second. Like I said, having a hard time getting stuff from my brain to my mouth today. I didn't realize how bad it was until I started to try to make the video. I thought I was doing pretty good, but not so much. What was the other thing? Oh, you were talking about like your weighted blanket and stuff. I have a weighted blanket that I got last year, I think, for Christmas. And I love it in some ways. It's a little bit heavy for me, I think, really, but like I kind of love it anyway. Like I don't care that it's really heavy. But I did find that like I can't just like put it on the bed in like a regular way because I have to get in and out of the bed so many times to let cats in and out and like, you know, clean up after cats when somebody starts getting sick, or you know, like I spend so much time getting up and down that it's really a problem to kind of wrestle myself out from under a weighted blanket really quickly to go like say deal with a cat that's throwing up or something. But I did find like they're comforting and anxiety soothing, as you said, but I also find that they help with pain, weight blankets, and like so I found so far that the best thing for me personally is to fold it in half and then just put it like on my legs at night, and that works pretty well because I can get in and out from under it quickly, but I still get like the benefits of the weighted blanket part. It does get very hot even for me, and like I'm somebody who's always very cold, but I tend to get warm when I sleep. It's like the only time I'm ever warm is when I'm like asleep, not necessarily when I'm in bed, but when I'm actually asleep. And I do get extremely hot under the weighted blanket, so I can imagine how much more difficult it must be for somebody who is not cold all the time. Let me think. Oh, Nano. I'm so glad that Nano is going well for you, and I think that's great that you have just decided to just write a thing for yourself. Like I think the last few years I've vaguely had this idea that I was going to do something like that for Nano, and then I just keep not doing that. I keep sort of not getting around to it, largely because I'm just so tired all the time. I don't have like the brain power to write fiction, even like just, you know, wild, like self-indulgent fiction. Part of the reason that I'm doing the journaling thing this time, which is still, you know, not really going great, but like I also don't care. I mean, I do care, but like not very much. It's like I kind of have almost forgotten that it's Nano. In fact, like I'm just sort of chugging along pretty slowly, writing a few hundred words a day, not worrying about it very much. But that's fine. That's kind of my plan for this time. I'm not worrying about my word count at all. But I'm really excited that your thing is like going so well, that your project is going so well this time, and that you're having fun writing it. Like it's really good. No, I completely understand where you're coming from with your conviction that it is just too much. Just like too much. How can you do that? Why would you do that? I feel pretty frequently at this point with Nano. Like, why am I doing this? But I mean, I can remember like before I had ever done Nano, when I first like heard about Nano, it was several years before I ever actually attempted it. And like, I can remember reading it about it and thinking, that is impossible. like that is just a completely impossible thing. I cannot possibly do that ever. That is too many words. I just can't do that. So, I mean, I guess it's like a variable issue. Sometimes you can do it, sometimes you can't. Mila, I'm really excited about your degree. That's very good. I know you've been working on it a long time, and like it must be really must be so exciting to just like have it done and like have sort of a, you know, be able to just kind of put a period at the end of it. That's really exciting, and I'm so like pleased for you. Oh, the thing about Primrose and your Zoom call or Skype call or whatever you were doing for your your thing. Like, it's funny because I saw Primrose in the background at the very beginning of your video, and like, and I out loud went, "Oh, Primrose, hi, Primrose," you know. And that seems to me like a perfectly reasonable thing. So I think you deserve an A, man. If you have a cat in the background of your video, I think you absolutely deserve the A. Especially Primrose, because Primrose is cute and very charming. I'm very impressed with dating during a pandemic. That must be very, very strange and difficult. Can you hear all that scratching noise? That's one of the cats outside. I had to shut my bedroom door completely because of the Lysol. I keep getting big whiffs of Lysol every time I open the door, so I had to shut it completely. Or I normally leave it ajar a little bit for the cats to go in and out, and like the cats are mad about it being shut. But so yeah, so the dating thing must be very, very weird and difficult. It's funny, like I hear people online like talking about stuff that they're doing now, and like it's very like startling sometimes because I forget that other people are in different countries where like, you know, they're not quite in the same situation that we're in here. And you know, I will see people like on Twitter or wherever, you know, talking about like stuff that they're doing, going places, being in public, and I'm like, are you insane? So yeah, that's a thing. But then I remember that other countries exist, so it's fine. It must be. I don't know. I've lost the word again. Lost the whole train of thought. That didn't work. There. Well, whatever I was gonna say just didn't work. Went away. So maybe it's time for me to stop. This video is 12 minutes long. I should probably stop talking now. Yeah, that seems like a good choice. Okay, I love you all a whole bunch. I'm sorry this is the way it is. And I hope everybody's doing well. I'm very excited at having, you know, seen your faces on the channel. I love you very, very much, and I will see you next week. Don't forget to be awesome.